Phenomenal job against their press with only 5 turnovers, and for New Mexico to only have 2 steals. Those are 2 things that they thrive off of. I thought we did a really good job first half of defending the 3 ball. Second half didn't defend it nearly as well as we needed to, but a game we were I'm glad it's over with because of the fact that we got a lot of guys sick. So our next thing is how do we get healthy for Wyoming? I mean, it's last 2 days we've had to shorten our practice, and then today is first time, and I don't know how long we didn't have a shoot around. The locker room, everybody's coughing, and obviously Josh Hall was a game time decision on he had a temperature over 102, and so a game that we could have gotten popped. Unfortunately, we had enough at the end, and got to give New Mexico a lot of credit for playing hard.
Questions for Coach? You guys have been in a ton of tight games at the end. I mean, does an experience like this help you? I'm sure you'd like to win by a larger margin, but to have to go through something like this.
Yeah. I mean, I think that there's probably 9,530 people that really enjoyed the close game. But yeah, I think it's good for us, and we got a really good Wyoming team coming in here, and if we play like this, we're not going to win. That's just how it is. We played much better against Fresno, without a question. So now it's up to our guys to get a lot of rest and try to get healthy prior to our next game.
It seems like whenever you've been in tight games, Caleb gets the ball, and it's kind of he's been the go-to guy in those situations. Is that kind of how you see it, or again, is it more just whoever has the hockey?
Yeah, I mean, we went to Jordan in the last 4 minutes. I know we went to him 3 straight times. And then we ended up late game going with Caleb. It's basically based on matchups and who might have foul trouble on the other team, who has poor lateral quickness that we want to try to attack. So it could be any number of guys. I mean, normally late game we run a wing pick and roll with some action on the weak side, and we didn't really run that as much. We ran 5 down twice to Jordan, and then we went with Caleb based on matchups late game.
You guys have played the 2 teams that have the most steals in the conference back-to-back games, and they've only had 2 steals against it. Why have you guys been able to take care of the ball so well? Is it just additional focus because knowing those teams are good at that?
Yeah, and I think Lindsey's done such a remarkable job. I mean, if you look at his assisted turnovers, it's phenomenal. It's one of the best in the country, and then you add in the fact that Caleb and Cody are great ball handlers, and we certainly think that Jordan, for his position that we're playing him at, we feel like he's an incredible ball handler as well. And Kendall usually doesn't have the ball in his hands enough if he's shooting it, so he doesn't turn it over. Because when he catches it, he launches. So therefore, there's really not a lot of guys that are going to turn it over again because Cody and especially Lindsey do such a great job handling the ball.
How would you assess how you guys closed out this game?
Well, I thought our defense, was phenomenal on the out of bounds plays because there's the dilemma: do you foul when you're up 3? Some teams that I've been with, we've done that. I felt like with our length that we would be able to deflect passes or deflect a shot. It's not often that as a coach you sit there and think that you're going to get a deflection on a shot, but we're so good at that. I mean, tonight again, 6 blocks, and most of the blocks for the most part are happening with our perimeter players.
2 key plays down the stretch: Lindsey's block in the corner, and then Jordan saving the ball after the second missed free throw by Caleb. Can you talk about those 2 plays in particular?
Yeah, I mean, Jordan, he just provides that for us. And I thought that was obviously a big key for us. And Lindsey's, length. I mean, he's been, even as a freshman, he was one of the best shot blocking guards in the conference and one of the best shot blocking guards in the country. And he's got great length, and he's oftentimes tired of me telling him, to get your arms out. And I mean, I don't think he understands how long he is sometimes. And I've heard through the grapevine that the way I teach defense with arms out, he sometimes thinks that throws off his lateral defensive foot speed. So
he's been a lot more aggressive the last couple games. You told that story about you telling him to be more aggressive, and he said nobody else passed the line.
I mean, that play he made, hopefully Chad and Jack are on it and sending it to ESPN, because that dunk was incredible. Absolutely. It's the first time since I've been here that I've peeked up at the big board to get a replay, and we were in a tight game, but it was an incredible dribble drive. And, Lindsey took a couple shots against Tech that I wasn't really happy with, and through time and thinking about and watching it, I mean, he's made so many big shots for us at crucial situations that, maybe I was too hard on him, because he has hit pull-up threes that have been daggers, and those two didn't go down. And, I mean, we need him to score. He can score. He's good at getting to the foul line, and he's a triple-double threat every night, we feel like.
Who all is sick?
Caleb, Cody, Josh, Kendall, Hallis a little bit, John Jones Jr., John Jones Sr. for about 6 months. I guess the two guys from Louisiana, literally, I've never heard two people cough so much in my entire life. Anybody else? I think Jordan's healthy, Lindsey's healthy, and Thule. I don't know what it is. I mean, it's literally you can't even talk. I mean, there's so much coughing going on. You just want to get out of the locker room as quick as possible.
You talk about trying to be a high-volume free throw shooting team. You got in the bonus with 13:50 left. Took 8 free throws, but only made 2 down the stretch. That kind of.
No, we've been a really good foul shooting team all year. I think our guys were, first of all, they play 10 guys. We don't. So we already knew there was going to be fatigue towards the end of the game. I mean, I talked about it internally with the coaching staff ever since the Fresno game ended. And then you add in that guys are sick, and then you add in that Josh Hall gets a DNP due to a fever. And it's hard to play Darian and Elijah because they play so fast, and we were worried about breaking the press. So now you basically had one guy coming off the bench. So, I do think we missed some foul shots due to fatigue, for sure.
Any more questions for Coach?
Thanks, you guys.
Questions for Caleb?
I think we headed the press well. I think the way we moved up the ball and shared the ball was pretty good. I don't think we met our goal of passes, but overall, I think with people sick and people tired and our bench is a little bit shorter, I think everybody handled it well. Came back and we came back mentally prepared in the second half, I feel like, and overcame the adversity. So.
Seems like when you guys have been in close games, which has been pretty rare, and the ball is in your hands, I guess how much do you crave that situation and that responsibility?
Really, it just depends on who's on who. If I have a mismatch, I'll take it. Cody got a mismatch, he'll take it. Lindsey, Jordan. We always want kind of Kendall House in the corners, for a good outlet. But because those guys are gonna make those. They're gonna knock down those threes in the corner. So, but yeah, us and me and a couple other players were never scared to get the ball late game. Just depending on who you got on you, what type of mismatch you got. It just happened to be where the big number 5 was on me towards the end of the game, and kind of wanted him, and I think Kuiper was on me, and they were a little bit slower defenders. So, and we were in the bonus, so I try to attack the rim and try to get to the free throw line as much as possible. So. You guys have been
0-3 in games decided by 6 points or less. I guess how important is it to play in a close game like this and come out victorious and make the big plays that matter?
It's good practice. It just shows you that it's possible. I think that's a good thing for us. That we're starting to learn when we are playing close games like that we do need to do what we have to do in order to leave with a W. So, like you said, those are tough games to play, but it's all mental late in the game. So who's going to get the last stop? Who's going to get the big rebound? Who's going to get the loose ball? It just comes to all the little hustle plays.
The last couple inbound passes, obviously they could have tied it. What did you like so well about how you
I think we were all on the same page with switching, you know, because everybody was kind of the same. So we just wanted to make sure if they were going to get the ball in, it had to be a long pass, like the last pass that they threw. It was a long one up the sideline, so that's kind of what we wanted. You know, the only pass is in the corner. We were talking to Jordan, and Jordan knows that. You know, the stagger jump was important, where the placement where the ball was in the corner. And really, the closest pass you can get is in the corner, and, you know, it's too clogged up, so that we were looking for them to throw it long. So it was what they did. So I think we handled our switches very well and communicated good.
The last two teams you faced have been great at getting steals, and they've only created 2 off you guys. What's been the biggest key to limiting the turnovers? I mean, you basically had an extra 9 possessions tonight, and 1 possession game. That's the difference.
Just being strong with the ball, making smart decisions. You know, you got Cody and Lindsey bringing the ball up majority of the time, and they make, you know, they beat people off the dribble. They make smart decisions. I mean, everybody's you know, a pretty decent ball handler. So, you know, when we have guys flash the middle, we get it and we go. I mean, with teams who press like that, I don't think they guard too many teams who has as many ball handlers as we do on our team. So you kind of got to pick your poison. So it's either if they trap it, we either throw it back and we're going up the sideline, or we're flashing middle and they throw middle and we're gone. So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of tough for teams like that to trap us.
When did you get sick?
Say it again?
When did you get sick? When did you start?
It's probably like maybe like 2 days ago, but really like yesterday, like kind of more the beginning of practice yesterday. Yeah, it's just been kind of going around in the team, but we've been trying to stay on medicine and stuff and try and drink Sprite or whatever we got to do. So be ready for Wednesday.
Any questions for Caleb? Thank you. Questions for Lindsey?
How do you guys play overall?
As far as where we should be, we didn't play our best, but, you know, coming out with the W, it is what it is. Like you heard, a lot of guys are sick, you know, a lot of guys are tired, so we're just happy to get the W.
Can you talk just about the hot shot, the sequence, you know, that led to that, what you were looking for?
It was we were switching everything at the time just because how the situation was. Just went to the corner and just contested, got the block.
Were you at all surprised you tried a ball fake or pump fake or anything like that? You just went straight up?
Not really. Just I kind of figured he was going to shoot it, so I jumped for it and was able to get the block.
What was the biggest key to keeping your composure as a team after they made that run and tied it up about 3 minutes ago?
It's nothing like a big key. You know, coaches tell us before the game. One of the biggest things is to keep our composure with them going on runs and with their trap too. So it goes hand in hand. You know, we've been in this situation. You know, like we've gotten some L's in close games, but we weren't trying to come out with one today. So you know, everybody was able to keep their composure and finish with the win.
Did you feel like you needed to win a close game like this? You know, at some point, maybe give the team a little confidence when you get into the situation against, you know, some good teams.
Yeah, it definitely helps. Getting this experience with this squad this year, winning the close game at home, it helps. You know, we got a game Wednesday against a good Wyoming team, so we're probably coming in some close games within this conference. So you know, getting this first one, getting a win out of it gives us a lot of experience in the future.
What's kind of been the key or difference in your more aggressive mindset on offense? I mean, did coach say anything to you, or I mean, did you just feel like there are some opportunities maybe you're letting go?
Yeah, I don't know. Just looking back at tape, you know, some of the games early in this year, I turned down a lot of shots. You know, was assertive, wasn't as aggressive. So just coming in, you know, just you know, don't want to turn down shots that are there. You know, that I'm able to knock down. And just stay with that mindset and do everything else also.
What did you think you were doing?
It was cool. It was cool.
Does it warrant SportsCenter top 10?
Yeah, it was SportsCenter. It should be SportsCenter top 10.
What did your teammates say about the dunk?
Kendall and Elijah, they were telling me, like, they've been telling me to do that type of dunk just because, like, it's something I'm comfortable with, like, going baseline. I can finish under the rim or something, like 360, whatever it was. But, no, they were telling me they were expecting that. But a lot of guys told me it was a sweet dunk and it looked good.
Better than your tournament dunk, or?
Honestly, I haven't even seen it, so I don't even know. I got to see what it looked like.
What's been the key to staying healthy for you? Just avoiding the other days?
Yeah, I guess I got a good immune system or something. I'll be good.
Any more questions for Lindsey? Thank you. Question for Jordan. How big was it to get that win?
It was a big win, you know, open up or conference home opener. So, you know, it had to be a statement win. They're a really good team. They're a dangerous team, especially the way they play. You know, able to hit threes, press, play a fast-paced game, so it was a good one.
You guys have been great, you know, not turning the ball over in the last 2 games against teams that force a lot of turnovers.
Mhm.
I mean, what was the biggest key to you guys, you know, having that 20-2 advantage on points off turnovers tonight?
I would just say we just talked about being poised versus pressure. That's the biggest thing, not to panic. Just relax, you know, see the floor. So that's the biggest thing.
And like you said, they love to shoot threes. I guess, how do you feel like you guys did against them? I mean, I think they were 3 of 15 to start, but after that, they got a little bit of a rhythm.
Down the stretch, we could have defended the 3 better, but I feel like all in all, we did a pretty solid job. But, you know, they hit some big threes, which allowed them to get back in the game and make it such a close game. So we have to do better, especially with a team when they get hot, you know, be able to push them off the 3.
You came up with probably the biggest rebound of the game. I guess just walk us through that play and, you know, how important that was for the team.
I was like, if he missed, I have to get it. Like, either there's going to be a foul or I have to get the rebound, but that's all I thought.
You guys could have fouled in that late game situation with them. You know, you up 3. I guess, what is your preference in that situation? And then how do you feel like you guys defended that the last couple shots they had?
I feel like we defended it fine. You know, Lindsey got a block, and then we forced a turnover at the end that they overthrew it. So I feel like we played it well. And I mean, I never fouled down up by 3 with that time. So I mean,
You feel like this was I mean, you probably would have liked to have blown them out, but I mean, actually playing a close game, executing a close game, winning a close game. I mean, what do you guys learn from this experience going forward?
obviously, a blowout would have been easier, but I feel like for a stepping point, this is big for us because we've struggled in close games so far this season. So I feel like this was a big win for us in a close game, be able to pull it out.
What has the locker room been like with all the illness going around, I guess?
Sick. A lot of coughing. But, I mean, their energy's still the same, just coughing.
So no shoot around. I guess how was that a little bit different, you know, heading into this game?
It wasn't too different because you could still shoot if you wanted to, so it wasn't too bad.
Lindsey seems like he's gotten a lot more aggressive on offense. You know, has that always been there, and maybe he just doesn't, you know, maybe takes a little bit more of a backseat to the other guys? And you know, what does it mean that he's, you know, kind of stepping up like that?
It's been there since day one. And you see flashes of it all the time. And I told Lindsey he just has to go. Like, just get to the basket, do what you do, man, shoot the 3, because he's a talented offensive player. But he sees the floor so well, and he's such a great teammate, willing to get people involved. But his offensive game is definitely there.
Any more questions for Jordan? Thank you. I'm glad they did that.